Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is a mind-bending, genre-defying, and mesmerizing puzzle game from developer Simogo and publisher Annapurna. While its tough challenges will test the limits of your logic, patience, and deduction skills, those of you willing to get lost in its haunted labyrinth will find one of the most unique and captivating experiences in quite some time. You play as Lorelei, a woman who is summoned to a mysterious Italian hotel and quickly learns that trivial things like time and space seem to have a mind of their own within these walls. This kicks off the spooky and surreal mystery built upon endless layers of fantastic puzzles. Be warned, this is absolutely the kind of game that requires you to bust out a pen and paper to fill with enough notes, theories, sketches, and calculations that you'll start to feel like you're either chasing the Zodiac Killer or staring at them in the mirror. The sprawling mansion is filled with Resi-inspired locked doors, safes, and odd puzzle boxes that require a code deciphered from something else on the grounds. Simple math equations and logic puzzles spiral out to incorporate signs of the zodiac, phases of the moon, Roman numerals, and a history of fake movies that exist within the world of the game. Thankfully, all of the details and clues you come across are stored neatly in your photographic memory, which can be pulled up in the menu at any given moment. I admire the simplicity of the control scheme, where apart from movement, only a single button is used for any and all inputs. This leaves the rest of your brain free to continue plugging away at Lorelei's 4-dimensional Rubik's Cube. That said, I do kinda wish for a simple cancel button that could pull me out of menus instead of having to navigate over to the back button or close button every time, but that's just a minor wrinkle in this otherwise ornate quilt. I was never at a loss for mysteries spread across the hotel, meaning that if I ever started to feel frustrated by a specific challenge, I could simply shift my focus elsewhere. With this, Lorelei is the kind of game where individual puzzles will burrow into your subconscious, and if you're like me, you'll suddenly stumble upon a moment of revelation hours or days later when you're in the shower or out running errands. In a way, the ethereal nature of the hotel breaks free from the foundation, with the very game itself transmogrifying into a haunted relic in ways that I wouldn't dare spoil. Lorelei's vibes stretch far outside its primary medium. While you can clearly see the inspirations of Resident Evil and dungeon designs of Zelda, my mind wandered just as often to completely different works. Novels like House of Leaves and Flicker, the 60s Italian cinema of Fellini, the birth of giallo horror, architecture, photography, Twin Peaks, and those kinds of thick activity books that my parents would buy for me for 99 cents at a gas station during family road trips. Honestly, this game reads like a mood board pulled directly from my dreams. With the likes of Sayonara Wild Hearts, Yearwalk, and Device 6, Simogo has a long history of making games that push up against the boundaries of the medium, and Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is no exception. The open-ended design, test-like qualities, and sense of trust it demands from the player certainly isn't for everyone, but if you're willing to give yourself over to the experience, you'll find something truly special at the center of this maze. Lorelei and the Laser Eyes is available now for $24.99 on PC and Nintendo Switch. Thank you all so much for watching this review of another excellent indie in a month filled with a hell of a lot of excellent indies. I mentioned one of Simogo's previous games earlier, Device 6, and honestly that might be my favorite game that almost nobody I know has ever played. It came out on iOS in 2013, and it hasn't been ported anywhere else, which might explain it. But it's this interactive novel/puzzle box that's heavily inspired by TV shows like The Prisoner and Lost. It's only $4 on the App Store, and it is built to play on your phone, and I cannot recommend it enough. So yeah, check out Device 6. Thanks for liking, subscribing, all that jazz, and I'll see y'all later.